Yo, 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 I'm back. And between you and me, honestly, I didn't even know that Shaq had a podcast, but I guess I've just been under a rock. Because this is definitely something I should have known about. I love Shaq. But yeah, apparently Brady was on here and he was talking with his chest, man. He was talking that goat talk. So let's go ahead and see what he had to say.
I've been a Tom Brady fan my whole life ever since I've been watching football. You're amazing. I learn something new about you every day. Father was a professional baseball player.
Yeah.
Sister was great at softball. You were drafted, I think, by the Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
So what made? I mean, because baseball pays a lot of money too,
Yeah.
and you know you probably
Guaranteed.
could have got the same thing. What made you say, "Nope, forget baseball. I'm going with football"?
Yeah. The crazy part is, so when I grew up in the Bay Area,
And that's a good question too, because it's not like he was a high draft pick for football either. He very well could have just went ahead and played baseball.
I went to a high school that was a really great baseball school. It was probably one of the best in the Bay Area. Barry Bonds went to our high school. And when I went to my freshman year in high school was the year that Barry got to come play for the San Francisco Giants. So we all looked up to him. He was like the man. So I loved baseball my whole life. I was a really good baseball player. And then all of a sudden, the Niners were really good too. That was their heyday, Montana to Young. So we were in this community of sports where it was like Niners on one end, and yet here I am at Sarah, and Barry Bonds is our god. So I ended up trying out for football my freshman year, and I wasn't great at it. I didn't even know how to put the pads in my pants. I was looking around all the other dudes who played Pop Warner. I was like, how do I see your tailbone pad, your hip pad, like, you know?
That's crazy. Think about Tom Brady, and he doesn't know how to put his pads in his pants. Can you imagine that? A lot of people like you see the goat as the goat. You see players in their prime, but really think about it. Like they started off just like everybody else. That's weird. That's a weird thought. To have is like, yeah, I mean, Tom Brady didn't know he was doing in the very beginning either. You know, something to think about.
And so here I am. I played on the street all the time. We played touch football with all the kids on the street. So now I'm looking around and we go out to practice. These dudes who've been playing Pop Warner are flying around, hitting people. And I'm like, this is really moving fast. So I played my freshman year in high school and I didn't even win the starting job on the freshman.
Sounds like a Jordan story, don't it? Jordan didn't make the team. Brady didn't start at first. Like keep going. That's the whole thing of it. No matter what's happening, you keep going. You keep trying until eventually you become that guy. You don't just give up. You never give up. All right? That's what I'm hearing. It's a never give up story. It always is. The question is, who's going to keep on going through the tough times? When the tough times come, who's going to tuck tail and run away? Who's going to stick it out and let that pressure build the diamond? That's what it comes down to.
Team. I was the backup on a team that went 0-8. We didn't win a game, and the coach didn't even want to put me in the game.
Think about that. Think about that. Your team went 0-8, and your coach thinks you're so bad that you don't even go in the game. And then 20 plus years later, people all call you the GOAT. And your coach didn't think you were good enough to start right away.
But I loved the feeling of the team of playing football and the physical element of the game, even though I was a way better baseball player, like all-star in baseball, everything. And then my love for the game just grew. I went into my second year where I tried out for the JV team, made it, ended up being the starter. And our coaches who knew how tough it was as freshmen for us because we didn't win, they just made it so much fun. Every practice we loved it. And they really embraced it. Then my junior year, I started to grow into my body. Now I was like 6'4", 210, could throw the ball pretty well. I went to some camps and I started looking at other kids like, hold on. And then I just fell in love with throwing a football. And like,
Looked at the other kids, he said, "Oh my goodness, I'm better than these guys." Dot. I'm him. That's what he said. He said, "Hold on now. 6'4", 210. I'm better than these 5'10" dudes. It's wild, man. It's wild. It's a wild world we live in. Uh, but I would be lying if I said I was 6'4". I am a short king, and I'm proud of it. Okay.
It's hard to describe throwing a football. I don't know if you've ever like
Guess who is comfortable on the airplane? Yeah. Okay. What's up? It doesn't take me half a day after travel for my legs to unlock.
I don't know what it would compare to in basketball, but like I would say
I said it, and I meant it.
for golf, when you're on the golf course and you hit like a perfect 7-iron
Mm.
and you just flush it and that ball comes off your club face and it's the perfect trajectory and it lands exactly where you want, that was me throwing a football. Like I would just look at you, Shaq, and I would throw a ball and if it came out of my hands perfect and the perfect amount of spiral with the perfect amount of pace, if I was aiming for your right eye, on their side, and it hit you right in the right eye, I'd be like, throw it back. I want to do it again. Over
It
and
was like a
over.
drug.
It's a
almost.
drug.
Yeah.
And it still is. I mean, I pick up a football. I'm not thinking about, hey, let's just play catch. I'm thinking like, how tight of a spiral can I throw it? And if they called me into action right now, would I be
That's a man that loves his craft. When you love your craft, when you get that adrenaline, that thrill, I just did it, That wrong one. That like if you get that feeling, it's just when it's like that with your craft, when you feel like that with your craft. What I'm trying to say is when it when your craft gives you that feeling, man, you can become whatever you want to with it, man. Because you're never gonna want to stop doing it. You're never gonna want to stop putting in the work. That's what it all comes down to: is putting in the work, putting in more work than anybody else. All right, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Damn, that took a while to get out.
ready to go?
That was my next question. Would you be ready to go right now?
I'd whoop ass right now, to be
Would
honest.
you really?
Absolutely. I could go out there and play. Give me a month. I mean, I could
Yeah.
go play with anybody.
Really?
Seriously, like
Yeah.
knees
31
and,
days.
like knees and hip.
That's my goat right there. That's my goat right. Goat to goat too. Shaq's not a joke either now. Just because he's always smiling and joking around with folks now, don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Shaq, man. I feel like if Shaq, honestly, I don't know how Shaq trained back in the day, but I just feel like he didn't train maybe on the level of like a LeBron, putting that kind of work into his body. Think about if Shaq put in the LeBron care into his body, what Shaq would have been. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Because think about it, nobody put the amount of care that Brady put into like his craft and everything. That's like the LeBron equivalent would be basketball. Now you take that LeBron care of body maintenance, game maintenance, and you give that to Shaq because nobody talks about Shaq's body maintenance. That's not a thing that people talk about, but it is with LeBron. So you take that from LeBron, you put it with Shaq. Oh my goodness, man! Talking about a monster. Talking about a dominant force. He was already a dominant force. He's the diesel. Come on now.
My body, I mean, like I said, I took care of my body great. I mean, everything is, I could do it all. And I just, what I wouldn't want to do is, make the commitment to play. Because it's like, I would say, it's like basketball season. Do you really want to commit to playing 82 games? That takes a lot of training. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore.
But if he could come back for just the finals.
Okay, yeah, for just the finals.
Then it's
Confession time.
Yeah.
I got smoked by 2 German kids in the Bahamas last week playing basketball.
how old were they?
12.
Really?
What do you mean by smoked? How embarrassing
Okay, so
was it?
first of all, they were there on the court by themselves, so it wasn't like a big fan thing. And one of the kids started talking, so now I'm like, I'm gonna go. But I couldn't move left or right. I couldn't. I couldn't.
But he's
crazy.
more
move
recent
right.
out the game than
I mean,
you.
my shot.
That's why the first thing that he asked Brady was like his hips and his knees, because Shaq don't got it no more, man. That's crazy, but it makes sense, and that's why you got to be proud to be a short king, man. The short kings, look, when these other dudes are in their 40s and their 50s and they can't bend over to tie their shoes, when it hurts them to tie their shoes in the morning, guess what? I'm over here bending backwards like it's yoga day, like I'm at hot yoga class, man. No pain at all. Limboing at 45, limboing, bending backwards like I'm a gymnast, you know? And that's fine. Yeah, you're 6'4", you're 6'5", it's cool. I'm 5'10" on a good day, and I can touch and I'm gonna be able to bend my knees when I'm 45 years old. Okay?
I was flatline. I was like, who was I and where did it go?
Man.
Like,
Yeah.
smoked.
I saw
Hey, don't I don't want any hate talking about like the cope is real and all that kind of stuff, all right? I'm just speaking my truth, okay? Let me speak my truth, all right? I don't give anybody else any hate when they speak their truth, so let me speak mine. This is my therapy. My video therapy.
the video of MJ when
Yeah.
he went up to New York and he rented that house, and
Right.
he was like, "Man, let me see if I can make a free throw," and then he made it. And he said, "Man, I haven't shot a ball in a long time." So that was like, I just want to see him do it. You
With the
know,
way you talk about it, you're not ready to give up the football. Like that still means something to you.
I'm
Throw.
playing in a flag football game in Saudi Arabia on March 21st with all NFL players. And I'm one of the quarterbacks. I'm gonna be out there with Jaden Daniels, and
And you're
it's either-
cranked up. This isn't just some fun thing. Like I
No,
can tell.
I'd want to do great, you know.
Yeah.
And I always feel like, man, I want people
Oh,
to look like,
man.
damn, that Tom Brady right there, you know.
Yes.
And I want to throw that ball, and people go, oh yeah, because
His last game, he threw for 351 yards. So it's not like there was a drop off.
yeah,
Right now, I'm watching LeBron and I'm seeing he's struggling to get 10. You still think you can go right now. How do you like you left at a time where I think you
LeBron James is struggling to get 10. Who the heck is this guy? Who is this guy? Get out of here, man. Who are you? LeBron James struggling to get 10. Brother, the guy is distributing the ball and still averaging triple doubles. If not triple double, he's still averaging a double double, right? Last time I saw it. What are we talking about? LeBron can't is struggling to get 10. You know what this guy is? This guy is a Jordan meat rider. And you can tell just from that one comment alone.
still had the juice. You kind of went and played the last few years and kind of were like, okay, I'm done. You're a GOAT. LeBron's up. What advice do you give to someone where it's like, I always want to be the guy, but at the same time, I'm not what I once was?
Sick,
How do you
man.
bridge that?
that'd be pretty
Sickening.
hard for me. That'd be pretty hard. I think if I looked at myself and said I can't do what I used to do, then I would just say like enough's enough. That'd be tough because that's hard for all of us to see ourselves go.
Trust me.
That used to be so easy, and then now it's really hard. But
I think honestly, and I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think as well. Always let me know what y'all think when I'm making these takes, okay? But I think, hear me out, hear me out. I think that Brady retired more so due to stuff that was off the field, mentally, how he was, his thought process. There was too much off the field stuff going on. Okay, that's what I think. I think that there wasn't a drop down with Brady physically at all. He could have kept on playing if he wanted to. Okay. And so yeah, maybe he could go back in there and he wouldn't skip a beat because technically he could have kept playing the whole time. But do I think he should? No. Hang it up. Your legacy is your legacy. You went out the best quarterback of all time, you know? The most important position on the field of football, and you went out as the best of all time at it. Why would you put those pads back on and go out there where anything could happen? You could ruin your legacy. Well, I don't think he can ruin it, but hear me out. Go out there and you look like cheeks. People are going to talk about it. It's not like they're just not going to say that's part of your legacy now, you know?
I mean, it's different, you know. I mean, there's one element that I have a big advantage is I don't have to run. I could move my feet quick. I could move in the pocket. I could shuffle. Like the game is easy. I see every play. I could see every defense. But like the element of actually sprinting and cutting
Yes.
like a halfback, that's a whole different story. You can't be my age and do those things. So, and that's not my style of play. But
The Big Podcast, a team up with DraftKings Pick Six, where we do it big. Big matchups this week, big conversations.
Dang, we just went straight into that. We just went straight into ads.
This episode is sponsored by.
All right, well, that was good. I agree with Brady. He could. He could go back out there. He could still do it. Nobody says that he can't. He would still win some games for a team out there with some pieces around him. But should he? Definitely not. Time has passed. There's only one team that he should go back and play for, and that's the Atlanta Falcons to make up for what he did to us in the Super Bowl. It's the only team that Brady should ever go back and play for. And it's called karma. It's called justice. It's called doing what's right. So Brady, if for any reason you stumble across this video, sign a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons and give us the Super Bowl that you stole from us. And with that, again, go to Shaq's podcast, like this video. It was nice. It's called Tom Brady Thinks He Would Dominate If He Came Out of Retirement. But yeah, like I was saying, Brady, if you see this video, sign a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons and give us a Super Bowl since you stole one from us previously. But with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Well, okay. Now I'm out.